Good Friday afternoon, and thanks for joining us. I'm Jurnee Taylor, and here's what we have coming up for your news at noon. First, Pine Bluff police make multiple arrests in a string of copper wire thefts, stemming early back to September of 2023. Plus, the holidays are over and the cold weather is hanging around, meaning sniffles, coughs, runny noses, and more. Now, the CDC reports COVID hospitalizations increasing in Arkansas. And as the war between Israel and Hamas continues, South Africa is now stepping in, demanding the International Criminal Court to investigate Israel for war crimes. But first, severe weather has knocked out power for thousands of Arkansans, leaving them in the dark and in the cold. Taking a look at the outage map, we're sitting at more than about 20,000 customers without power. Most of the problems we're seeing right now still in the southern part of the state. Now, we will continue tracking this throughout today. And the storm's not only leaving people without power this afternoon, many communities are out cleaning up damage today. We've received reports and pictures from areas like Warren, Hampton, Whitehall, Sheridan, and more. And we have a crew out in those areas today, and we'll have more tonight at 5 and 6. But many can breathe a sigh of relief just a little bit as those severe storms move out. Meteorologist Nathan Scott, you were up all night tracking that weather, and now we're expecting more winter weather to move in for the rest of the weekend. Tell us more.
What a change, Jurnee. We had a tornado watch and a winter weather advisory issued at the same time across the state of Arkansas. That clashing of the air masses, the wind energy, that's what produced the severe weather while you were trying to get some sleep last night. I'm sure a lot of you did not get much sleep. But look at these max wind gusts. Certainly stands out here in Pine Bluff and Stuttgart, where wind gusts were 72 and 74 miles per hour, but a lot of locations saw wind gusts well over 30 to 40 miles per hour. Here are all the damage reports so far from the National Weather Service, and the National Weather Service will go out and they'll survey the damage, and they'll let us know if we had the first tornado in Arkansas for 2024. That is certainly a possibility, but here's the good news. All the showers and storms are out of here, and pretty much the rain is out of here. We've got lots of clouds out there, and the story has now changed to the cold. It is cooling down very rapidly. We were 64 degrees in Little Rock 3 o'clock this morning. You step outside right now and you can feel that Arctic air. 39 in Little Rock, 24 in Fort Smith. It's only 19 in Fayetteville, 53 in West Memphis. But that's only half the story, because we got those piercing winds. It feels like 29 in Little Rock, feels like 13 in Russellville, and feels like 6 in Fayetteville. This is just a small taste of the Arctic air that will continue to pour its way in from the west and northwest over the next several days. I'll let you know how cold it's going to get and talking about the potential of some accumulating snow as we get into the latter part of the weekend and early next week coming up.
All right, thanks, Nathan. And due to that possible winter weather, some events surrounding the celebration of Dr. Martin Luther King Day have been canceled. The Arkansas Martin Luther King Jr. Commission announcing the cancellation of all of its Monday events, including the food giveaway, a community cleanup, and a birthday bash and fireworks show. Meanwhile, the Mosaic Templars Culture Center also announcing the cancellation of its MLK 2024 Challenge. For a complete list of events and updates, visit our website at thv11.com. New at noon, the ramp to I-530 southbound in Little Rock is back open after an overturned 18-wheeler locked up traffic for several hours. According to reports, the area was blocked off while emergency crews worked to clear the scene. The road beneath the ramp by the interchange between Interstates 30, 440, and 530 are back open this afternoon. Now, here's a live look at that area. You see traffic is still just moving as slowly as it can, but the truck is now gone and they're still out cleaning up damage. So if you have to go through the area, take your time. In a developing story, one man is dead after state troopers stopped a car on I-40 in North Little Rock. It happened yesterday near the Galloway exit around 11 a.m. State police say the man in the car opened fire on two troopers, leading them to shoot back. The incident led to an hours-long backup. We will continue working to learn more throughout the day here on THV 11. And a TV 11 update: after a number of copper thefts in Pine Bluff, a suspect is now in jail today. John Cody Mayberry was booked late Wednesday night after an anonymous tip. After weeks of surveillance on Mayberry, police pulled him over with allegedly stolen copper in his car. The arrest comes after AT&T offered up to a $5,000 reward for information leading to arrests of the copper thieves. Pine Bluff police say more people could be involved in the thefts, and their investigation will continue. And another update: the investigation into problems at Little Rock's troubled public housing authority escalates, now with the FBI getting involved. Agents searched a former office building following outrage over delays in their inquiry coming up in Congress. Carrie Wright, the chair of the city's Housing Commission, tells us FBI agents searched 1000 Wolf Street in Little Rock yesterday. That's where former members of the commission had set up a nonprofit to run operations of the city's public housing properties. Both the FBI and Commissioner Wright expressed the raid did not disrupt business at the city's public housing office. Wright adds that the current board has been cooperating with federal authorities. Recent data from the CDC shows COVID-related hospitalizations are on the rise here in Arkansas. The latest numbers show 319 COVID hospital admissions as of December 30th. Here in Little Rock, Baptist Health is seeing numbers climb as well. And right now, doctors are seeing mostly COVID, but also a lot of flu and RSV cases.
We have 47 COVID in the hospital across our whole system, and we have 41 flu. So those two are neck and neck, and then RSV, we have about 20 across the system.
According to the Arkansas Department of Health, 20 COVID-related deaths were reported this week. That number is set at 0 for the last 2 weeks. While that may seem like a big jump, ADH says those deaths did not all happen this week, and the recent holidays could have had an impact on the reporting. Fentanyl cases are becoming more common in Arkansas. Thursday, lawmakers in Washington discussed the dangers it poses, but it's long been a focus for federal law enforcement here in Arkansas. According to the United States Attorney's Office for the Eastern District, they have seen fentanyl cases go up 3 years straight. And much like a recent push from Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders, the U.S. Attorney's Office is cracking down on distributors.
Our goal at this office is to make the sentence so severe for anyone conducting transactions in fentanyl that it sends the message to them and to the community: this is not worth spending the rest of your life in prison.
U.S. Attorney Jonathan Ross says the drug has rapidly become a public safety concern. While they don't expect to solve this problem overnight, they know that Arkansas is offering resources working to help. Meanwhile, rapper turned country music star Jelly Roll took his talents to the nation's capital Thursday. He testified at a Senate hearing urging lawmakers to stop the flow of fentanyl in the U.S. Now, he spoke candidly about his past as a drug dealer, as well as his addiction struggles within his family.
Every single day I have to wonder, if me and my wife, if today will be the day that I have to tell my daughter that her mother became a part of the national statistic. I was a part of the problem. I am here now standing as a man that wants to be a part of the solution.
Jelly Roll is nominated for Best New Artist and for Best Country Duo Group Performance at the Grammys Awards next month on THV 11. The divisive war between Israel and Hamas in Gaza has taken a devastating toll on the territory and Palestinian civilians. South Africa is now stepping in, demanding the International Criminal Court to investigate Israel for war crimes. Israel rejects the claims, saying it has an obligation to defend its people. CBS's Tina Kraus reports.
As the fight between Israel and Hamas grips Gaza, Palestinian civilians struggle to find safety, food, water, and medicine. 3 months of relentless bombings have turned neighborhoods into rubble. The war has sparked criticism around the world, with South Africa now leveling claims of genocide against Israel.
Please be seated.
Its landmark lawsuit at the International Court of Justice in The Hague aims to get Israel to stop the fighting.
Israel has subjected Gaza to what has been described as one of the heaviest conventional bombing campaigns in the history of modern warfare.
But Israel rejects the allegations of war crimes, saying it must defend itself and argues South Africa is distorting the truth.
If there have been acts that may be characterized as genocidal, then they have been perpetrated against Israel.
Hamas's brutal attack on October 7th triggered this war, and Israel vows never again. Hunting militants street by street, house by house, and through a maze of tunnels, the latest discovered in the southern Gaza city of Khan Yunis.
We found in this tunnel hostage remains, hostage DNA. Hostages were held here in this tunnel system.
More than 100 captives now held underground for nearly 100 days as the fighting above rages on. Tina Krause, CBS News, London.
Today, the Little Rock School District is launching a brand new pathway for high school students. The district is focused on developing the next generation of manufacturing professionals. And today, we'll learn more about their plans with a preview at the Metro Career Tech Center. Now, we're expecting to get a first look at the new manufacturing lab and also get an update on some of the other career pathways the district offers. The new manufacturing initiative is a partnership with Little Rock-based Keithley Patterson Electric. We are days away from the first GOP presidential primary contest of 2024. Coming up, a look at what undecided residents of Iowa are saying about the candidates ahead of its caucuses. Nathan?
And find that heavy winter coat, gloves, hats, scarves, anything to keep you warm because the first wave of the Arctic air has arrived. Wave number 2 is going to be even colder. I'll have more on the timing of that and talk about the potential of accumulating snow later this week. Next.